Hi, first graders. Today we're going to be working on lesson 14-3, and we're going to be practicing building and drawing 2D shapes according to their attributes. Today, you're going to have the opportunity, if you choose, to use different materials to build and make shapes. If we take a look at the solve and share, it says use the items your teacher gave you to make two different rectangles. Tell what makes each shape a rectangle. Since we're not in school to use some of the supplies we have around our classroom, you can choose to do this with items you have around your home, or you can choose to just draw two different rectangles. So if you have things like paper clips or crayons, markers, glue sticks, even string or straws, and you'd like to create your shapes today, you can do that, or cut them from construction paper and other supplies. But if not, if you don't have those supplies available, that's okay. You can practice making your shapes by drawing. We're going to go ahead and take a look at two different examples of student work. And in the top example, Angelo has made two different rectangles. In his first rectangle, he used two red pencils here on top and bottom that are the same length. And he used two skinny yellow pencils for side to side that are the same length, so that he has two pairs of sides that match in length. Side to side and top and bottom are the same length, giving us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. On rectangle number 2, he used two paper clips and two pens, matching them up for pairs of equal length. His top and bottom are the same length, and his sides are the same length. If we look down at Nellie's work, she has designed two rectangles. Although, what do you notice about her first example? Do you see a rectangle here? Why or why not? You're right. This is not a proper rectangle because it does not have opposite pairs of the same length. Her top and bottom have two paper clips which are the same length, but if you look at her two sides, the pen is much shorter than the pencil. So this does not have an opposite pair of the same length, which causes her paper clips to go on an angle. Remember, for a rectangle, opposite sides have to be the same length. However, in example number 2, she does make an appropriate rectangle. She uses two school supplies of the same length for her sides and two of the same for top and bottom. Let's take a look now at our visual learning. How can you create a shape? Let's look at two examples to find out. Shapes can be made using all kinds of materials. Let's think about making a triangle. You have to first think about how your shape looks. What makes a triangle a triangle? A triangle has three sides and three vertices. Is this green figure a triangle? Think your answer. Say your answer. Yes, it is a triangle. Why is it a triangle? How did you know this green shape was a triangle? Why is this a triangle? It looks a little different, but it is still a triangle. The shape has 3 sides and 3 vertices. Triangles are fun to make. And this student used different pieces of straw that they cut and placed together to form the triangle. See what you can find to help make your shapes today. All right, let's take a look at our Do You Understand Show Me box. Sue made the shape on the right, this shape here in gray. It is also a hexagon, like the first shape here in red. How do you know that this shape she made is a hexagon? Doesn't look like the red one, but it's still a hexagon. How do we know? Well, if we count our sides, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we count our vertices or points, again, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So while it does not look like a regular hexagon, our second figure is still a hexagon because what makes a hexagon is that it has 6 sides and 6 vertices. So even though the example in gray is a little bit irregular looking, it still is a hexagon because the defining feature for a hexagon is that it has 6 sides and 6 vertices. Now you're going to try making some shapes on your own. And like I said, if you have some supplies to use around your house and you want to be creative to make and build your shapes, you may do so. But if not, that's okay. Just make sure you're practicing by drawing how to make each shape. So in number 1, it's asking us to make a square. I'm going to go ahead and imagine that we were back in school. And I'm going to use our Unifix cubes to try and make a square here. I'm going to remember that when I make my square, I want my sides to be equal in length. So I'm going to do my best to make all sides the same length. And if I trace around the shape I've made, I count 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and again 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Remember, a square has 4 sides and 4 vertices. That's how I know that the shape I made is a square. Now you're going to try some on your own. See what you can find. Make a circle, make a rectangle, and then work on your higher order thinking and problem solving questions. I can't wait to see your creations. But remember, if you don't have supplies to use, you can always just draw to practice your shapes. Thank you for joining today. I hope that this will help you when you're working on your lesson for 14-3, and we'll work on a new lesson tomorrow. Thanks.